Hoops Nation, Kurt Forsyth coming to you from Florham Park, Lifetime Athletic, joined by BB King.
Raspy voice today, guys.
Raspy Kobe. Week 3 tonight. 2 good games.
2 good games.
One game that was over fairly quickly, kind of expected.
It was a rout. It was a rout.
Layup drills.
Shooting drills. All around practice time for the Monstars.
I think I heard a bet going on mid-game.
Oh, it was a bet?
Yeah, I think it was $100. I'm not sure who.
100 for 100?
I'm not sure what the reward was.
I feel like it was 100 for 100 points. They got close.
They got close.
Got close. Time was on their side, though.
A little more efficient shooting. And
I don't know how I could get more efficient than that.
Anyway, first game, Showtime versus Straight Raw. Two, I don't want to say newer teams. Showtime definitely a new team.
Well, Straight Raw is different composition of an older team.
Mm-hmm. So I guess you could say they're a newer team.
Yeah.
But 2 teams that play very similar, right?
Yeah.
In terms of kind of an unorthodox manner.
Yeah.
They have talent on both teams.
Right. You don't know what you're going to get out of them, though.
That's true.
You never know what you're going to get from the 2 teams.
But when you put them together, that makes for a very good game, which we had. It was about a 20-point lead. It looked like Showtime had it in the bag. It looked like it was game over. We're just kind of going through the motions now. And then about 5 minutes left, it was like, hold on, wait a second. Straight Raw is going on a little bit of a roll here.
I heard they didn't score last couple minutes of the game, man.
I just don't know what happened. I think, well, obviously they stopped scoring. That's what happened.
What was the reason?
I don't know. It felt like they just kept shooting, which they did to get the lead.
Right.
They missed shots early. They missed shots late. Maybe
you just don't know what happened.
I watched the game. I just mesmerized.
Sometimes you watch a game, you look around, and you're like, I don't know what just happened.
I couldn't believe that. I couldn't believe that Showtime ended up losing. Straight Raw, even though they were arguing amongst themselves a little bit,
discontent,
came out with a win.
Hey, sometimes play hard the whole way through. Sometimes it works out for you.
Yeah,
Other times you lose.
Gotta play to the bell.
You gotta play to the ring. You gotta play to the buzzer, man.
Gotta play the buzzer.
Gotta play the game through.
Yeah, man. Second game.
Oh, this was a good
Another
one.
Controversial ending.
This was a doozy.
LGI versus LTF Nation.
The big guys, the big boys.
Physical versus speed.
It was good. It was good.
It was a very good game.
It was a good game. Had people coming from the other side of the gym, looking over. It was a good game, man.
I mean, it was back and forth. I think the biggest lead was held by LTF Nation in the beginning, which was about 10 or 12 points.
Yeah.
Which LGI closed. Once they started scoring, they closed it in like 2 minutes.
You knew eventually Jordan was going to get hot. Adam was going to start penetrating. Eventually, they were going to close the gap. Because, LTF Nation, they don't have the shooters. They don't have the speed. But,
I mean, I know that they're new to the league and they haven't seen many of these guys play before.
True.
You can see the confusion on their faces.
Right.
But at the same time, LGI have really seen maybe 1 or 2 of these from the nation playing.
Right.
So they really didn't know them either. So it was truly 2 teams really playing the first time.
Each other out.
And wow.
Yeah, it was fireworks, man. It was fireworks all around. Back and forth trading blows. It was a great game. Great game, man.
What did you see at that end?
Well, I was on the far side of the court. Got some reports from the other side of the court. Pretty bad foul. Pretty bad foul. Jordan gets the ball in the corner after some big shots from Phil, big shot from Lawrence. Jordan catches the ball with about maybe
1 point,
2, 3 seconds left. Real low on the counter, catches it in the corner. Great pull-up shot. Guy goes underneath, gets the legs. Gets the legs. Definitely looked like a foul to me. Falls on the floor. Clank. And game over. That's it. That's your ball game.
Well, in the highlight clips, you guys will see. I was standing. I got it. I was standing where Joe was, the ref.
Oh.
And I will say,
the ref's view.
It's a very difficult
Really,
from
call
that
it? Okay.
from that angle.
Because
It's extremely difficult.
We all know Joe is the only ref.
Right.
It's hard to ref a game
It's
by
hard.
yourself.
Even with two refs, that's a difficult call.
Yeah,
the game's on the line.
He might not be on that side of the court.
You know, the ref might be underneath the basket, and you're still kind of blocked. But game's on the line. It was a very physical game, going both ways. A lot of bodies on the floor.
We had a late game. We had a nice little hit. We had a couple people jawing after that hit, man. So it was chippy.
You know,
it was chippy.
There was that play at half court with
that's what I'm talking about. The other guy, I'm not sure what his name was. Sorry not to know his name, but
Ben.
He's took him out. He took him out. Didn't mean anything by him, but he definitely took him out. Definitely took him out.
A little NFL-ish.
Yeah. It was up here. It was up here.
Oh, man. But, again, LTF Nation, they come out on top.
Yeah.
Just like they did 2 weeks ago against Free World. No,
Free World beat them.
Free World beat them. I forget. But they had
some close games, man.
3 weeks, three close games. So it looks like...
2 for 3. It's pretty good.
That's a very good percentage.
Pretty good. 2 for 3 is pretty good. Close games.
Pretty much, if you're playing LTF Nation, you can almost guarantee it's going to be a close game.
It's going to be a knockout, drag-out fight, man, every time.
Because, I mean, the skill differential, you know, it looked like LGI was clearly too much for them, but they...
Got your best shooter in the gym on the court.
They may have had the 3 best shooters on both teams on one side.
Yeah.
Between
definitely.
Jordan, Nick, and
Phil. 3 best shooters on the court at any time in that game. Absolutely.
Man.
They came out on top, played hard defense, had the big guy in the middle. Tell you, man, you feed the big guy. You feed him,
definitely
man.
fed him, Tony.
You feed him. He win the game for you.
Yeah.
Came down to it. It was a good game. Last game, it's kind of over before it started.
I'd say it was after about the 10-minute mark.
It was over at 2 minutes. It was 14-2. It was over at 2 minutes, man.
It was very apparent the direction the game was going.
It was bad. It was bad. They couldn't get the ball up the court. They couldn't get shots off. They couldn't get the team to play together. It's a rough game, man.
You know, and we talked about it last week. Free World was definitely going to have to play together tonight.
Gotta play together.
And they certainly did not do that.
They just couldn't get that team chemistry going.
And I don't even know why. Because it was
pretty much
the same players from last week.
It's the same stuff. You just don't get why. Maybe when the shots don't fall, the team kind of gets into a lull.
Mm-hmm.
Then defensively, man, they didn't talk. Ryan's running all over the place, shooting threes. Courtney can't shoot a lick. This guy's hitting threes all over the place. Wayne's running up and down the court. What are you doing? You know, what do you do?
Yeah.
What do you do when all that's going on? What do you do? You're losing, you know?
It was a little difficult.
Yeah.
I mean, the score was getting out of hand.
It got out of hand quick.
But just to see Free World breaking apart after their first game, they really had some chemistry.
It was a good game.
And
hard, tough.
It seemed like they were making strides.
Right.
Because honestly, I would not say that looking through the 7 teams that we have, you can't say they're the worst team.
I don't think they're the worst. I don't think they're the worst at all.
They may not have the most talent, but they definitely at least are playing together.
Yeah, they can play deep. They got defenders. Mm-hmm. They got some guys that can score on the one-on-one. They got guys that can shoot.
They have the pieces.
They got pieces to play games and win them. Today did not look like that. Today did not look like they had the pieces.
They all threw the playbooks out the window and they just said, have fun.
Yeah,
it just doesn't work. It does not work.
Sometimes you can't just go out there and play.
Sometimes
you got to come out there with a game plan.
And stick to it. You got to stick to it.
Can't deviate, man, because they went out there, they didn't have a game plan. Against a good team, you gotta be ready to be efficient and be focused, man.
And especially this season.
Right.
Top to bottom.
I think it's one of the best seasons.